Good morning. I hope you guys really enjoyed the videos from yesterday. I realized that my video doesn't have any sound for those of you who are in here trying to watch it and get the information from it. So I figured I would redo it real quick. I'm going to check just to make sure you can hear me so that we don't have that same problem. For those of you who are in here, sounds like it's working. So my job is to introduce you to Beachbody in general, and then talk about the 4 things that we do on a day-to-day basis that keeps us going as coaches and what we kind of live our coach life by. So Beachbody started about 15 years ago, and it was an infomercial company where they would, if you've ever heard of P90X or Insanity, those are our flagship programs that started kind of the whole thing. I'm sure, I know I have P90X laying around somewhere, and I'm sure you guys have DVDs on your shelf collecting dust somewhere. But so the co-founders, John Condon and Carl Deichler, started seeing that people were getting results from Beachbody, and they started, these people were sharing it with other people and saying, hey, you should do this thing because I did P90X and look at the awesome results I got. And these people weren't working for the company. They were just customers who had great experiences, and they were sharing their experiences. So in order to create a larger business model and to, expand into bigger markets and things like that, the founders were like, why don't we start giving these people kickbacks for referring the program and things like that? And so then they came up with the coaching program. The coaching program only came out about 10 years ago. So it's still relatively new, but essentially, the founders just wanted to let customers who were sharing this opportunity and or sharing their wins and their successes and things like that, wanted to give back and let them have a piece of the pie, essentially. So that's how the coaching program began. Now, it has expanded into something that I think that nobody could have ever expected it to be, because not only as a coach are you providing, you're sharing your story, you're a challenger yourself, you're sitting there and you're going through these programs, and your journey is a part of your business, but you're supporting other people in doing that. So not only are you referring these things to people, you are in the trenches with them every single day, giving them support and love and camaraderie, and really becoming this fit family, this fit faction. So that's why it's so awesome. So the 4 things that we do every day, the 4 vital things that we live by, are what we call the vital behaviors. And they are to be a product of the product. So you have to be on your own journey. Share, or invite. Personal development, and recognition. I'll go through all of them. So be a product of the product. As coaches, we are not just people sitting here telling you what to do, supporting you every single day, without also being on our own journey. The way that we share and the way that we connect with other people is by sharing what we do and also being on our own journey. So you can't, it's not like a personal trainer who sits there and watches you do reps every day and telling you what to do as part of your workout program. This is us going through the trenches with you every single day on our own journey. I know for me, I have been on 2 postpartum journeys through this whole thing. Hi, baby. My daughters are waking up, so that's why I got to do this stuff. Hey, Alex. I've been on 2 postpartum journeys since I started. I have gone through depression. I have gone through selling a house that wouldn't sell, essentially going through a foreclosure. We have gone through hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of debt, and a move and a new baby, and so many things. Stop, please. So many things that if I wasn't a coach and I wasn't also on my own journey, I probably would have fallen into a pit of despair. So we are all on our own journeys. It's not always on the high. Sometimes you're on the lows, like when we were going through that stuff. But every day I showed up for my health and my fitness because it was the thing that kept me going. And that is what, as coaches, is important, to be on your own journey so that you can share that piece, which gets us into our next thing, but so that you can share that piece and so people can relate to you You're not just going out and cold calling or cold messaging people that you don't know. You're building relationships through social media because you're on your own journey, which brings us to number two. So number two, share, 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 or invite, invite, invite. The reason why we call it both of those things is because you're not only inviting by messaging people, you invite by showing up every day. You invite by showing people that they can do this too, because you're a mom or you've got a really busy life or whatever, and you're still showing up for your health and your fitness every day, mentally, physically, and emotionally. So when you share on social media and you share consistently, that builds trust. And that's what we're going for. We're going for building trust and building friendships so that people want to work with us. Hey, Bailey. I had to re-record it because it didn't work. So that's what we're here to do. We're here to build friendships, to build trust, to really, really help people on their journey. My daughter, my mini. So that's number two. So share, 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 invite, invite, invite. If we don't share this opportunity with people, we have to create that ripple effect. It's selfish of us to keep this little secret to ourselves, something that has helped us so much with our health and fitness, as well as our financial fitness as a coach. It's selfish of us not to share that. So when we share out on social media to show people what it is we're doing, but we don't invite people to be a part of that opportunity, that's selfish. So the whole idea is that we're trying to end the trend of obesity. That's what our mission statement is. Our mission statement is to help people live the healthiest and happiest lives possible and to end the trend of obesity. And if we're going to do that, we have to invite other people into this world to learn the things that we're learning. Because this isn't about just getting skinny. This isn't about, getting into a size 2, which, girl, I ain't never getting into a size 2. But it is about helping people live healthier lives and teaching them how to go shopping for food, what kind of substitutions that they can make so that they're feeling better. So not only are you sharing your physical transformation in your journey, you're sharing the things that you're learning on social media, and that will help build that trust, and that will help people want to join you. And then you invite them messaging later. It's a process that we teach you how to do. So then our third vital behavior is personal development. I know all of you think that you don't need to learn anything new. I know when the first person who told me that I should do personal development I told them to go pound sand, because I didn't think I needed any help. I didn't need any self-help going on, being an adult. I'm the first child, so I know everything. Don't touch anything, please. Thank you. So personal development has gotten us, personal development is essentially learning for adults, going to school for adults. And if you think about it that way, it kind of helps you get over that whole, I don't want to do that personal development thing. What do you do when you want to learn something new? You go to the internet now, right? You go to the internet and you go to YouTube. Please stop. I'm in the middle of something. I'm almost done. Hold on, Mama. No, hold on. I'm in the middle. No, you cannot say something right. Stop. What? Thank you. But yes, you can turn it off. Personal development is school for adults. So when you graduate from college or you graduate with your degree, that's not how you're supposed to, that bunch of knowledge is not the only thing that is going to get you through the rest of your life. You need to be able to learn how to do things. Right now, we typically go to YouTube to learn new things. Well, why wouldn't you go to a book? Why wouldn't you listen to an audiobook? Not to say YouTube is great and you need to do it for professional and personal development, but you want to learn new things. So what is the personal development book? What's the stigma of that? Why is that any different than going to YouTube to find out something new? That's exactly what personal development does. Personal development helps us learn how to deal with situations before they even happen. So we are learning about, what happens when you have a bad year as an entrepreneur, or what happens when you are postpartum and you have postpartum depression and you can barely get up out of bed every day. How do you battle confidence issues? How do you learn how to be more, how to share more, how to be more vulnerable so that people do trust you? These are the things that we learn by filling our brain with new material every single day. And that is the whole idea of personal development. It's so that you are constantly learning, you are constantly bettering yourself mentally, because the game all starts up here. You can change a lot of things down here, but if this isn't with it, none of it matters. So personal development is something that we preach in and day out. When you are having, a hard time with your business, or you're having a hard time with your family, or just life in general, your coach will tell you to do more PD. Like, that's just how it goes, because you need to find things that resonate with you, that will help you move through life. Because you didn't get a degree in life when you graduated from school, when you were 22 years old, or when you graduated from high school, or even if you didn't have any formal schooling. You weren't taught like what everything is going to happen in life. Things come up that you are not prepared to deal with. And that's what personal development helps us do. It helps you learn how to deal with those things before they come up. And then lastly, recognition. Recognition is really important, because I know for me, I am a words of affirmation person. Like, that is my love language. If you want me to feel good about myself and have confidence and all that stuff, you tell me how great I am. That's just me. I'm a first child. I think that probably has something to do with it. But recognizing not only your coaches, but your challengers and your friends and people who are, reaching out to you on social media, people who show you love on social media, or reaching out, who are killing it in the program that they're doing, or killing it in your challenge group, or lifting other people up. Showing people that you appreciate them showing up every day gives them a new sense of confidence that they usually can't find anything else. Yes, Michelle, you're totally right. Mindset is everything. Are you the same way, Bailey? Yeah. Tell me how great I am. Tell me. I'd like to be that go-to person, but it like, other people just like to know that they are doing a really good job. When they show up to their program every day, maybe they're not seeing the physical results that they need to be seeing for themselves right away. But if you reach out to them and you tell them what an amazing job they're doing, and that you love how that they're keeping people going in the group, and that them showing up helps you show up every single day, giving that recognition to people fills their heart, that fills their love bucket, and it teaches them how to do that for other people too. And when we continue to recognize what people are doing, instead of criticizing what somebody may be doing, instead just lifting them up. I mean, this is with kids too. Instead of criticizing your kids, like I've been seeing this in my kids, instead of criticizing them and saying, giving them praise and telling them about the good things they're doing, not necessarily the bad things that they're doing, that gives them an extra sense of confidence and happiness. Hold on just a minute. Yes, dear, what's the problem? Okay, why don't you bring me the remote, please? Well, then I can't help you. Why don't you bring it to me we don't own those, honey. No, those are not ours. Technology. So recognition is a huge thing that actually was an added vital behavior last year. They added it last year because, and I have to tell you, it is the thing that I am the worst at. And it's something that I'm constantly working on, because I'm always lifting people up in our groups, and I'm always telling them how great they're doing and things like that. But I don't necessarily single them out, and I need to do that a little bit more. I have to get a little better at that. But when you single people out and you tell them how great they're doing, some people don't like that. But even if you single them out in a message and just send them a quick message and tell them how much you appreciate what they're doing, or a coach of yours who is doing really well or trying really hard, and maybe they're not necessarily getting the results that they need, that will fill their cup enough to keep pushing forward and to keep going after their big goals. And that's why recognition is so important, because this whole coaching is a community. This is all about building a community, building a family, building something that always supports you. And if those people don't, and if you don't feel like if you don't feel like people are supporting you, and you don't feel like they recognize the contribution you're making, then you don't want to be a part of that. And that's not what we want. We want people to love being a part of this, because it has changed our lives so incredibly that we want to share it with other people. And that's why you guys are here. That's why we wanted to share it with you, because this is something that has completely changed our lives. Whether we're six-figure earners or just able to pay a couple more bills every month, it has still changed our lives, and it has given us an extra sense of purpose. It's given us more community as adults, which is really hard to find. And it also has helped us keep ourselves healthy, which is the baseline for everything that we do. So I hope that helps. I'm sorry that my video didn't work yesterday. I'm hoping that when I upload this, that it works today. I really appreciate you guys hopping on again today. But again, those 4 vital behaviors will be a product of the product: invite, or share, personal development, and recognition. I hope you guys have a great day, and we hope to see you on our team.